right, boys. Post Super Bowl Sunday, Valentine's Day tomorrow. Wanted to ask you guys a few questions, but I want to start off with the game on Sunday. I don't want to say that it has to be it has to be a close scoring, exciting back and forth coming down to the fourth quarter football game, and I don't want to say that it has to be super tight knit. My point is that I kept trying to search for intriguing storylines, why to be engaged, and somewhere around the third quarter, I was like, "Well, this game sucks."
Yeah.
Chiefs are getting the brake speed off their asses.
I felt going into halftime, I was like, lead's not insurmountable. I mean, Brady did it. Remember that Falcons game? So let's just, come on. Dude, fucking Kermit was fucking running for a lily pad the whole goddamn game. I give the Eagles 1,000% credit for creating the most unwatchable Super Bowl of all time. Because, I mean, when it's your team, that's exciting as shit. Blowout. But
So
we've been spoiled by great Super Bowls over the last decade, so it is what it is.
Alan, your thoughts? I do want to get back to what you just said, Mur.
I mean, even the commercials were kind of weak, honestly. That's really all I was there for. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool watching the Chiefs fucking just fall apart. It was a great Eagles game plan, but yeah, it's just there's something a little poetic, like, you know, that's his only shot at a three-peat. He ain't winning two more and going to another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it was kind of nice. So what happens when they call a fair game?
That is what I think the storylines for this fan, I'm pointing to myself, were I was rooting for the Eagles, and I don't have the hate for, they are Agent Zero now for the fair weather fan and up in football if you aren't a Chiefs fan. So there is that. Mm-hmm. There's this idea of just trying to stop this monster that's grown into the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But more, I think the last 25-ish years, there's been a lot of good Super Bowls, excellent Super Bowls. I do think, and I brought this up to Sarah, I said, I think the Rams-Patriots one sucked. And she said, yeah, but there was still a chance the Rams could, it was a 2-score game throughout most of that Super Bowl, whereas this just, by the mid-third quarter, it was like, man.
Yeah.
that is a beatdown.
Didn't they send Kenny Pickett in?
Well, just to take all the victory snaps, yeah. But, I mean, when the Chiefs could not score on their first drive out of halftime, I was like, there's just really, unless they create this amazing, like, fucking hold my beer, watch this bullshit in the fourth quarter, then it was absolutely 100% over. But I'm fine with the Eagles winning. But like Alan said, like, there's no way Mahomes is going to get a three-peat now. He might win 3 more Super Bowls. There's still a chance of that. I mean, but
at 28, yeah.
But not back to back to back to back or anything like that. But I was rooting for the Chiefs because we've been kind of spoiled in our lifetimes to see, like, the greatest of everything. We've seen the greatest basketball player, and you can argue about who that is, except it's Michael Jordan.
We've seen a triple crown in horse racing, which was before any of us were born the last time. Yeah, we've seen 2 of them.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen the greatest baseball player. We're maybe seeing the greatest baseball player. We've seen the greatest quarterback of all time. We got to witness Barry Sanders, the greatest running back of all time. I mean, we've gotten to see all these great things, but we've still, that three-peat, I'm like sitting there like, I want to watch greatness. I'll watch them. I don't have any dog in this fight. As soon as the Ravens exit stage, I'm ready to fucking root for absolute domination on any front and respect the shit out of it. I don't respect anything LeBron's doing because he super teamed himself into victory, and I don't respect it. But I've already seen what I consider the greatest basketball player of all time in Jordan. So,
and we've seen a three-peat, 3 of them, actually, in basketball.
Yeah,
and we see it in baseball with the Yankees. Hockey, I don't think so. I think we have gotten close. I think some of the, I don't know. I'm not a big hockey.
Hockey's tough too.
Yeah,
I think the last one it was the Islanders 4-peated with Gretzky.
No, I think Penguins? didn't Las Vegas 2. Do it not that long ago? They did 2.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I thought they did actually.
But either
So are you
way,
thinking of the early '90s Penguins? They won 2. with
okay, was
Lemieux
it just
and
2?
Yager.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was thinking with Lemieux and Yager coming into play. But also, I mean, I'm old enough to remember, Richard Petty fucking like hanging it up. I'm old enough to see Pete Rose get, fucking his 4,000th hit. I mean, and so I guess I'm watching the TV like, all right, guys, give me this one more. I'm getting greedy. I want this one more amazing sports stat to fucking put in my cap because I've gotten to see it all.
It kind of like I'm not a big Djokovic fan, but when he had the opportunity to not only do the Grand Slam but the Golden Slam with the Olympic gold, I was pulling for him. And then he got not only did he get fucking stomped at the U.S. Open, he was just out of gas. You could just see he was just like, the greatest athlete in that sport of all time was just like, ugh, my ass hurts. I can't run. But no, I understand. I get where you're coming from. There is something romantic sports wise about witnessing that.
But yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
as far as go back to I think going back to that, what was it? It was who was it? Is that the game you're talking about? Is it the Rams and the greatest show on turf?
Well, no. That's I'm talking about 2016 Rams Patriots.
No, but I'm saying I feel like almost 75% of Super Bowls since the Rams and the
Rams
Titans,
Titans.
has
Rams Titans. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, has just been through the roof. And that was 2001, something like that. We've had out of 25 years of Super Bowls, I'd say we've had 17 fucking slobber knockers. Can't leave the sleet. Your nacho cheese is getting cold because you're too busy fucking staring than you are to eat. They've been great.
Right.
This one sucked. I mean, for people
you
Philly, no.
sprint to the bathroom to take a piss.
Yeah. And
Go ahead, get out.
by the way, Alan's
I'll wash my hands later.
Alan's 100% right about these fucking commercials. Best commercial. I text you immediately. It came on.
It was terrible.
Seal won the fucking day. Literally putting his name on a contract to say, yes, you can use a seal with the likeness of my face to create a Seal commercial. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations, Seal. You won the fucking Super Bowl in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think, Alan, I think I'm not getting political, but politically correct nonsense kind of squeezed the balls of commercials over the last decade. And I also think that the price point of commercials during the Super Bowl has maybe cut down on their production value.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So they couldn't.
I think both are probably true.
So if you're spending $30 million for 30 seconds, and you got to get that top tier actor. That's your entire budget. Good luck hiring anybody to write anything.
Marketing.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So I want to make one little tidbit, knowledge nugget for you guys. Then I want to ask you something. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but obviously they were prepping the streets of Philadelphia for,
Chaos.
celebrations, rioting, what have you. And they greased the poles, right, to keep people from climbing them. Which it stopped at some, not all. I saw videos of people climbing on them. But I read somewhere that they were having to put flyers on there for people not to smoke around them because it was flammable. Don't smoke cigarettes around these fucking things. Can you imagine fucking lighting up a heater, walking down the street? Whoa! Super Bowl! Poof!
Well, if you want people to stop climbing, I think fire pole's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
That's right. Just torch that
Not a
fucker.
bad idea.
Burn those taxpayer dollars. I want to ask you guys this. And Alan, I want to start with you. I want to get your... Okay.
No.
Like most things pop culture related, they fly over my head. I watched the halftime show. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar listener. Not because I don't like hip hop music. It's just not my brand of hip hop or rap. But
fair.
What was the huge uproar about? It's was he offending people? I saw Serena Williams was on there, and that got she used to date Drake, and he had all these apparently all these little hidden read between the lines jokes and stabs and jabs at people, and then people were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he did that stuff." What was it?
I mean, so believe it or not, I'm not black. So there's some shit that went over my head.
Okay.
I'm
you're
not
tuned
in the
into pop culture more than I am.
I'm not in the culture, so to speak.
Okay.
But Yeah, so I mean, the Serena Williams thing was definitely a Drake thing because that Drake and Serena used to date.
Yeah,
And
and
I
she
think
could
that
still
went
get it, by the
sour.
way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. If that's your thing, it's not really my brand, but she's a beautiful lady. It's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, I think the Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle Sam thing, I think that was probably more like, if anything, I'm sure fucking heads exploded on that one. Because God forbid. But like, other than that, I don't really know what else. Obviously everything was like black and red, white, and blue. There's kind of that American flag pattern when they were up on the stage and shit. Other than that, I didn't really see anything too crazy. I just kind of geeked out when he fucking went into that's the They're Not Like Us fucking Drake song, and he had that like shit-eating grin on his face when they zoomed in on him.
Yeah, well,
because like there was all the question of like, would he or wouldn't he do that song, and why the fuck wouldn't he? You know what I mean? On the grandest stage. And then it just kind of came in towards the end.
I do think calling someone a pedophile in front of the entire country is probably
That's fair.
Maybe don't do that, but maybe if that's the number one song that people, even like myself, are only aware of you for, maybe you should do that. I think that was the whole. Yeah, the Serena Williams thing. A lot of the iconography, like apparently he was wearing like a little A on there, like an A. He's like A minor.
Oh yeah, the A minor.
Yeah,
I did see that.
So,
yeah.
And you know what? It's as far as it goes in Trump's America, Drake's Canadian. So get on board or get the fuck out, Drake. That's what I got to say.
That's true. That's also a good point.
So
Fucking.
It's just
I don't know. It was okay. I thought it was kind of boring, honestly. And I'm not like I actually liked, and I'm gonna sound like a douche, but I like old Kendrick Lamar. I do like the couple like mixtapes like from back in the day, and his first album was truly phenomenal. I would recommend giving it a listen if you're a hip hop head at all, like with a discerning ear. But yeah, I like this new stuff. I haven't really listened to any of it, honestly, because it's not my brand of tea. That West Coast shit be fucking weird. So yeah, hey, good for him, man. I guess I don't know. Do they get paid?
I'm not. No, he doesn't get paid. They get production costs covered, and that's it. Now, and I'm not gonna lie. I went and I took a nap as soon as they went to the locker room. I was like, I'm gonna go lay down for half an hour. I'm sure this will pop up on the internet 1,000 times before tomorrow, so I'm not worried about missing anything. I just knew it wasn't my cup of tea. I had no problem that Kendrick Lamar was the guy that they chose to do the halftime show. I know his name. I don't know his art, but I know who he is. And I know he's not a guy I'm into. So rather than just be like, what is this garbage, and shake my fist like an old man on a fucking deck on a Sunday afternoon with an Arnold Palmer, I just decided I'm going to go catch 30 minutes of snooze time, and then I'll come back and see if the Chiefs can either shit the bed or drum up some magic. And shit the bed they did.
I watched most of it. I mean, I was on my phone for some of it. It's just Monday morning rolled around, and it seemed like it wasn't just hubbub about, critics or pundits talking about his performance and whether or not he nailed it or this projects his career. It was like, he did this, he did what, he did that, and I was like, wait, what the fuck did he do? It seemed so. It was so unassuming to me. It just he's performing his shit. I get it. There were some digs.
It's on brand for now. I mean, we're all about exposing people's shittiness in America at the moment. So, might as well bring it to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's the pop culture event of the world. So if you're going to call somebody out for being a scumbag sleazeball, like that's the place to do it. It's everywhere. Can't avoid it. Everybody, government, private sector, Super Bowl, don't matter. Get it out there.
I want to do a petition, okay? And it reads, anyone can sign. It says, no matter who's performing the Super Bowl halftime show, henceforth, okay? Doesn't matter who it is, who you're performing with. There has to be a Shakira and J-Lo booty shake at the end, just to put the cherry on top, the exclamation point. Will you guys sign that petition?
I would sign that petition. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unequivocally.
I mean, they performed together, 4 years ago? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Did they?
5 years ago.
Is that what it was?
Gosh, Shakira's.
I don't even know.
Shakira's like, I mean, I'm just getting older, man. But in her heyday, man, that was my kryptonite.
Oh yeah.
I listened to a weird ass song. Ooh, to fucking see that video.
Yeah, she did. It was like wolves and shit, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
And she's wearing like a half a lycra suit or something. I don't know. It was a good suit though.
It was
Fine by me.
It was the next single after that. You know, whenever, wherever we're meant. It was the next. It was her number 2, and it wasn't
Yeah,
nearly
it's like
as
She-Wolf or something.
catchy or trendy.
Yeah, that is what it was called. Yeah,
She-Wolf?
good catch. Yeah, I think it was.
God, what a dump. Middle class holes, everyone. Murray Allen and Foxman. The last time you howled like that, you were talking about Wolfman Jack, the radio disc jockey. Because I didn't know. Anyway, we had a janitor in our high school named Wolfman Jack. Kind of looked like him. Now it makes sense. Middle class holes, everyone. Murray Allen and Foxman. Yeah, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. We've talked about Valentine's Day, whether or not we celebrate it. Not going to get into all that. It's kind of a resounding no at this point. We're all married. We don't have to do that anymore.
God, this guy 3 weeks in. Old hat now. Huh?
I feel like I'm settling in. Nice. Getting very comfy in this chair. Dug up a Good Housekeeping. They put out practical gifts for one another. I'm not going to read all of them, but some of these, I want to get your thoughts. Some of you guys be like, give me a little customer review. If you were to receive these, you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Or perhaps you would give it out to your significant other. This first, number 1, this is a hell no, a big activity book for couples. I'm doing the jerk off hand wave there.
What do you mean? Like an activities book? Like these are things that we should do together?
Games, puzzles, and quizzes for grown-ups.
Okay.
Yeah. You see what I said?
Yeah,
there.
that's nice.
Okay. This is what I'm getting at. Rechargeable hand warmer.
I mean, I work outside. I got some for Christmas. There was a few.
I'm kind of thinking with the female, like if you're outdoor for something when it's cold, where you don't always have to buy those ones you break open. You just like, here you go, babe. Put this in your pocket. I don't want to hear about you being cold.
Yeah, sure. But like, you know what I hate about gifts like that is like, you could have given this to me anytime. Like, that's like a anytime, hey, I saw this and it's convenient for your warmth. Like, you mean I froze my titties off last week and you could have given this to me then, but you saved it for a fucking no-name holiday? Kiss my ass. No, just give that shit to somebody. It's not a holiday gift, not a Valentine's Day gift. You really warmed my heart, sweetie, so I wanted to warm your hands for Fall Fest.
I wanted to warm your hands when you give me a handy. It's not like icicles on my junk.
See, there you go. That's thinking.
Man creates beef jerky heart box. So man crates beef jerky heart box. So you give it to Man Creates. Sorry.
I want to put together a compilation of Wes misreads.
I got way too excited over a heart box of beef jerky. I misread this.
Now that's a Valentine's gift.
You open it up. It's 10 different styles of beef jerky from none other than Man Creates.
Man crates.
Man Crates. Here's a real jerk off one. An inscribed fork that says "I forky love you."
Sorry, what?
It's like an inscription on a fork that says "I forky love you."
Oh, I like that.
See, that's a good gift. That's a Valentine's Day gift. A box of beef jerky, that's a Valentine's Day gift. Hand warmer,
Gotcha.
that's a fuck you. Activities book, that's a give it to your best friend. And you guys can do this on Friday nights while I go drinking at the bar. Yeah, so far,
Yep.
I like the last two.
So this one I'm reading because I have this. My mom gave this to me and Sarah as a gift about 2 or 3 years into dating. But a bucket list, 1,000 adventures, big and small. On the front is someone looking over a lake and mountains and stuff like that. Me and Sarah have never read that, have never dabbled in any adventure in that book. And yet it sits on our bookshelf, ready to, for that one time. 1 in 1,000. You got many thousand days. Long distance touch bracelet set. You guys familiar with this?
This is like the...
Alan, you're going to love this.
Yeah, this is like the romantic version of like checking your phone to see where they are because you've got fucking like, Apple fucking creep detector. Like I know people at work who are like, they'll call their significant other because they're like, hey, I noticed that you weren't at work. What are you up to? So this is what it is. You touch this bracelet and they feel like the vibration of your touch on the other end of the
Was
planet.
that it?
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
hey, I was thinking about you.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Hey, listen, hon. I'm gonna put this on my cock. So what I want you to do is just rub it throughout the
See,
day.
there you go. I was gonna say there's way more cool. There's way cooler remote controlled shit than bracelets to be using for long distance loving. Yeah,
Long distance vibrating panties. You know.
They have those. You can put the app on your phone, and then they
Yeah.
wirelessly connect, and then you control the vibrations.
Man, that is some.
there's even a fucking cock sleeve version for you, so you guys can control each other's. Fucking
And there's
the long distance finger pops and handies, man.
and there's some
2020. It's 2025. God damn it.
and there's some great videos of like
I
so
love it.
like husband boyfriend sitting in the passenger seat, and then she goes to the drive-through and tries to order food while he
Yeah.
tries to make her blast in her fucking Jordache.
I've seen that.
All right.
Seen those.
Yeah, we're on to something. It's like is it Shiatsu? But it's not Shih Tzu, but Shiatsu massager. It's one of those like neck deals.
Shiatsu. Yeah. Okay.
Is it Shiatsu with the
No.
the Shiatsu? You familiar?
It's Shiatsu.
Shiatsu.
Shiatsu. Yeah.
Shiatsu.
Yeah.
Neck massager. Neck messenger.
Yeah, I've got. I bet a man create that too. Yeah, I mean that's fine. It is fine. It's whatever. I've got one. I mean, they're. I don't know what to buy you gifts. That's what these are all kind of coming off as.
Yeah. It's like fucking Brookstone in the mall.
Yeah, this is
that
actually
shit was.
this one's right up the alley. It's the Colson tabletop fireplace. So it's small, but they have it. The picture that they have is someone making s'mores with it, like melting marshmallows and with graham crackers and Hershey bars. See, I always think of that as like a you don't do that at the safety of your coffee table.
No.
You know, when you're cooking, it's like a fireplace.
Yeah, but I do want one of those. I do want a smokeless fire pit. I feel like you could build one if they would just put the fucking plans online. But I guess you don't make money by open sourcing your hardware like that. But no, but that's what that is. It's like a little smokeless thing. You get the fire going. I don't know. It's for fucking lame people who don't want to get smoke in their eyes. So it's it's all right. I mean, but yeah, like you're saying, like if I'm not starting a fire where I may or may not get drunk and melt my shoes, then I don't really want to start a fire.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Ticket stub diary for those sports fan lovers out there.
I have a box of ticket stubs, but I don't have fucking.
Get
I mean,
a
I guess
diary
that
book.
counts, right? Nah, that seems like a lot
But
of
see,
work.
that's like mixing two worlds of genders because guys don't diary, chicks do. Guys will save tickets, but if you could, maybe you put them in there and she writes what they're for. I don't know. And do they really do ticket stubs anymore? Because like
Nah.
all the
Not
games
really.
I've gone to recently are just like, here's my phone, boop, and some fucking guy lazily scans it with a fucking laser pointer.
You can get paper tickets, but you have to fucking inconvenience yourself.
Yeah, fuck
So,
that.
you have to go to the ticket window at the stadium and shit.
Well, even movie tickets anymore, are just like shitty receipt paper.
Well, not always, but they've been like that for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, they have, but I mean, it's fun. Like, there's a couple guys that still do good interviews with movie stars, and they're like, "Listen, I have the original movie ticket stub from when I went to see Jurassic Park in 1992," and it's like, that's fucking cool, like handing it over to Jeff Goldblum, and he signs it for him. Like, look, I've got this heat-activated piece of paper that says I was there at 7:30 in Newark, Delaware. Like, it's just not the same thing. We don't really not nostalgic for that shit anymore.
It's too
Yeah.
expensive, man. You know how much
Says
that
who?
fucking ticket stock cost? versus rolls of receipt paper.
I know. I'm aware. I know.
I do enjoy this
baby.
next one. You guys are going to call me lame and some other words, but make your own chocolate truffle kit. Because I got the sweet tooth in me, and I do love me some truffles.
I mean, sounds dumb, but I'd do it.
Okay, here's the thing though, Wes. You don't strike me as the kind of guy who appreciates like the arts and craftsmanship of putting the truffle together. You strike me more as
You're
the
right,
guy who just wants to shove it in his face.
I'd probably just drink beer and watch
Yeah.
Sarah do it. And-
Exactly.
Or just do it
Yeah.
do it bad, and she would take over. Like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You don't know how to bake. You're a moron. Lip balm,
Perfect.
blah, 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 blah. Outdoor azalea tree. Love coupon cards. Blah, 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 blah. Capsule letters.
Where is this list from?
Good housekeeping.
Lame.com?
Take a piece of paper. Oh, hand casting.
Good
kit.
housekeeping.
There you are.
No. No.
So like a fist
It's
casting kit, or like
Okay.
It's a fist.
or like a like a like one of those bad
See,
boys.
And that's the thing. Look, everybody acts like Valentine. Okay, I have a better question. Besides all this stuff, like, would you buy this? Would you? Is Valentine's Day a quote unquote? It's supposed to be a romantic holiday. Like, remember the romance in the relationship of the loved one that you have, right? It's not like I feel like they're trying to recategorize what Valentine's Day is. Valentine's Day for like couples that have been together for a long time, it should be kind of raunchy. It should be like, you know, hey, here's your flowers, here's your chocolates, here's your, like Alan said, your dick casting fucking kit. Like, I'm going to make a mold of my cock so you can think about me all year long. It doesn't, it shouldn't be like all this, like, fucking, whatever this stuff is. My chocolate truffle fucking DIY kit. No.
Yeah.
No, it should be like, this is your chocolate truffle body drizzle fucking kit.
Right.
Yeah.
Chocolate truffle penis cast. Now, I wonder why. Then we're gonna drizzle it with vanilla frosting. I'm gonna watch you do it work.
Just fucking throw like a towel and a fucking Gatorade and a fucking in a box and like a fucking pack of smokes in a box.
Yeah.
Just be like, here you go, baby. About to wear that out. Let's have Valentine's Day.
After we make these truffles, baby, we're gonna make a cream pie.
A towel, a Gatorade, and some smokes. God, that doesn't ooze romance. I don't want none of
That
that.
sounds like a Cecil County Christmas to me.
Yeah.
There you go.
22 on this list. A 500 quilt towel, 32 ounce of purple Gatorade. No, I'm just kidding. And a pack of Winston's. Look at that. Shit.
This is the Virginia Slims.
It's a mini waffle maker made by Dish that comes in the shape of a heart.
Yeah. That's what I give a fuck about.
Spark Romance: 50 Ways to Deepen Your Connection. It's a matchbox. It has like questions on there. For instance, ask your partner for advice with your next dilemma.
This is why divorce rates are so goddamn high in America. Because we think these are gifts. And I'm not gonna lie, I get Maria a card, some chocolates, and some flowers. We're done here. Like, hey, still love you, babe. It's been fucking 2 decades of my life. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll make you dinner when I get up. Like, that's it. People
Yeah.
trying too damn hard out here.
Here's Healing Crystal
Fair.
Novus
Agreed.
monthly box. So it's like a thing of it comes every month. It's like healing crystals and stuff like that. I mean, 12 days out of the year, you get yourself a new ruby or a gem that harnesses your chi and makes you less anxious. and-
Ruby.
Okay, let me ask you this. What'd you get Sarah? Are you still fucking trying to get ideas? Is that why we're doing this?
It's vetting for. I got all these on queue on Amazon. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna purchase
right.
the next one.
And overnight 'em?
I will get some chocolates. I will get some flowers, and I'll probably either ask if she wants me to cook dinner tomorrow, or I'll take her out to dinner.
There you go.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
know
do
what
that?
she enjoys. She enjoys that. No,
Yeah. So
and she doesn't. Sorry to cut you off. She doesn't enjoy traditional roses. She thinks they're ugly. She likes more of like a springtime kind of color coordination vibe type thing.
Oh, good. That's even better because roses are stupid. They don't even smell like
Yeah.
anything anymore. And man, you got to get. And by the way, here's a little fun tip for everybody. When you go to shop for your roses, one, you're going to play through the nose if you go to an actual florist. So go to your local grocery store. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to the florist. Go to the grocery store. They always stock up on flowers, and everybody forgets that the grocery store is going to have flowers on Valentine's Day. And they're not all wilted and everything because everybody's picked through them and see which ones are the best. That's what I do.
I thought you were gonna say find someone who has a garden, steal them bitches, just rip them out the earth.
But that's my other problem with roses.
That's
So
valid.
I put rose bushes out, and maybe I picked the wrong genus of rose or something. None of my goddamn roses look anything like the roses that you get at the florist. I don't know. Do you have to like tie them up, and so they only spiral? And that I don't know. Those things are like genetically modified to just look like that.
Nah, wild ones can be a little bit like they are a little bit more frayed, but also they're fucking finicky bitches. Depending on what kind of roses you have, you need to like treat them right. They're like fucking. I don't know. I don't have a good analogy here. I was gonna say like a Taiwanese whore or something, but I don't know why you would treat them special.
Like a racehorse, maybe. You know?
Yeah, there you go. There you
Okay.
go. Look at that. Look at you. Yeah, like a fucking thoroughbred. There you go. So, yeah, no, that's what my mom used to fucking grow roses, and she used to get dope ones, but you gotta, like, bury a dead body under it and shit and let them eat good. Like it's a whole thing. It's how you get championship roses.
So, last one, then we'll get to Fun Fact Friday. And I specifically waited to save the best for last, if you will. Hand carved, heart shaped serving spoons. So like wooden. You're kind of like the same as a wooden spoon. No. You say that. What do you think these puppies look like?
I don't know, show us. I want to see now. Because now you told me, you shut me down from shaking my head. So now, nope, don't want them. That's
Tell me.
That's exactly what I thought.
Like little half scoops.
Just
to
like
me.
Little butts.
I was going to say some balls.
Oh,
right
yeah.
one.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Turn it
The
upside down.
testes. Give me the testy spoon, please.
I think we found a winner for tomorrow, boys.
I think so too. I think you need to make some fucking chocolate chip cookies and mold them right in there, and then you can, you can dip them in some sprinkles.
Or like, I mean, honestly, you could fucking, they could hold some balls. You could just fucking lift them up,
My own. Is that what you're saying? Interesting.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
mean,
that.
yeah. Or it could be a bedroom tool if you want it to be. I'm not in your bedroom, man. It's up to you.
I mean, there's 3 to a set, so I could
that's,
ruin
that's
one.
your word. Yeah, there's 2 for cooking and 1 for fucking ball raising. Taint inspection, zoop, just lift those up.
Yeah.
Get in there.
I'd say I'm about a month in. I'm due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you gotta shave your taint or something, you just fucking, you use the spoon to lift your balls up and you get on in there.
I have one question though. When do you? What if you like the sentence you just used? If you have to shave your taint.
I don't know, man.
I'm
Wes
just wondering.
seems like a guy who might shave his taint. Is all I'm saying.
I do.
See,
I'm just asking, like,
asshole.
what specific events is your taint like? Gotta get that taint shaved up. I mean, Speedo.
Ask Wes. Wes just said he shaves his taint. You ask him.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to plead the fifth on this one.
Don't ask me why. If someone shaves their taint, you got a guy right here who does it.
Yeah, I'm pleading the fifth. We're to take this off.
I don't think
podcast.
there's no. This is not a court of law. This is a court of what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, man. Listen, I don't know. This is just assumptions. But if you got a partner that's willing to go to town down there, I think the nice, cordial thing to do would be to clean it up a little bit.
And
Okay.
buy this
Different
set of
strokes for
3.
different folks, man.
Purchase
Yeah.
the set of 3. If they love
Get a-
bake,
get a
hand
little
carved,
taint
heart
tickle.
shaving.
Get a little taint
Yeah.
tickle, you know. Nothing wrong with that.
Actually, I have a pickle grabber I haven't used in ages, so we'll use this to lift and the pickle grabber to whee.
There you go.
Hold on.
Now we're talking.
A specific tool for pickle grabbing.
I mean, dude, I'm really. It's 50-50 if it's in this.
It's just a set of tongs. He calls it a pickle grabber. He uses it to grab pickles out of jars.
Yeah, it looks like a medical tool. It's just like it's sheathed, and you press one end, and these 4 little like pronged wired hands come out. And you let it go, and it grabs one and yolks it up.
And so,
It's
you
like
don't,
fishing.
so you don't get your fingers all fucking pickle juicy.
That's right. Yeah, you've never seen one of these, Murray?
No. It's a useless invention. It's 100% pointless.
Well, maybe you don't like pickle juice. You just like pickles. You know, you want to get your hands. Oh, maybe you're about to figure bang a lady and you don't want your hands all pickle juice.
That's it right
Here.
there.
I'm
go.
just saying, dude.
I
you
mean,
go.
I honestly,
Is it just for gherkins? That's a gherkin specific
Yeah.
pickle grabber.
I mean, when you're jerking a gherkin, you definitely want to grab her.
Yeah. Actually, I might recant my my fantasy here because I'm looking at this one jab 2 times.
I was gonna say, bud.
Dude, the funny thing
Might have
is,
to put rubber tips on the end of those. Or
I
something.
have one of those, but I use it in the garage for like grabbing like bolts and things that are hard to reach.
Yeah,
What you're saying is small things is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, very tiny.
All right, hey man, Wes, teach his own, buddy. We're not judging.
Yeah.
We're not judging
judging.
your
What are
clean.
you talking
We're
about?
not judging your clean taint or your small enough penis to use that thing on it. Neither of us is judging that. Is all I'm saying.
I just, I'm not. I don't owe you guys any justification. We'll leave it at that.
Nope.
All right, Mur, I'm sure you have 5 fabulous facts that are probably going to tell us that something happened at the same time. But let's hear it. What do you got for us? Fun Fact Friday.
Let's get to it, friends. Let's expand our minds. Let's learn some knowledge. Let's jump inside the Ripley's, believe it or not. Time. Warp. 2. Brought to you, of course, by our good friend, the Cuckster. If you haven't checked out the Cuckster and all of his adventures, you can find every last adventure the Cuckster's been on over at Instagram. That's Cuckster for Life. Cuckster for Life on Instagram. And check out the Cuckster's kind of brand newish page on the old TikTok at Cuckster for Life 1. Cuckster for Life 1 on the Tickety Talk. Any new adventures for the Cuckster, Wesley?
Oof. The Cuckster's been flying below the radar for the last 4 weeks, so we'll have to see. Maybe we'll have to get that touch bracelet and see what he's up to these days.
I want to see some cuck chair reviews. Personally,
That's right. Yeah.
Well, let's get
Some
to it.
duets.
5 fun time warps for you here. Let's go. Did you know? Let me do that one again. Did you know Netflix was founded before Google?
No.
that checks out.
Yeah, but you got to remember
Google's
that
got to be like mid 90s, right? 94, 95.
Yeah, you know what would have been a great fun fact is the fucking year that they were fucking founded. But yeah, people do forget, especially in this era, that Netflix started off as a like mail order DVD club.
Yeah, only by a year.
Okay.
Right, man.
1998 was Google. Netflix was 1997.
97 was Netflix?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. DVD rental by mail.
think about how vastly that business model has like transformed. Like Netflix was like a way because there were no video stores anymore. Well, there were, but they were fucking.
There were, yeah.
But they were not what they were not what they were in their heyday. So if you wanted to find some like random movie from yesteryear, you would mail order it from Netflix. You did like the wink, wink. Yeah, I'll send it back. I mean, if you and by the way, Netflix had it right because if you didn't send it back, you didn't get a new DVD. So the only way to get your DVD was to send one back to them. So that was perfect. It kind of like deleted that like overdue DVD. Keep it as long as you want. You'll just never get another one. It's like you basically, with your subscription, you paid for what you'll never return. So they always kind of like Ponzi schemed you. They made money off of you after you got your second DVD. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then now it's probably probably one of the greatest subscription television sites out there. Save comedy.
Yeah.
And what's Google done for
Yeah.
you? Huh? Besides make all the information in the world
Make
Nothing.
yeah.
available at your
That's,
fingertips.
not a fucking
I want
thing.
Duck Duck Go.
Yeah, I did DuckDuckGo for a minute, but I'll say this: they each have. If you just want to find like information quickly, Google's the way to go. If you want to find nuanced information, the DuckDuckGo's the place you need to be, because Google does really heavily vet their sites and show you what they want you to see first. Like they can.
Well, you can just pay. You can pay. That's really it. Anybody can pay to fucking have their shit bumped to the
but there's like
top of search results.
If you're looking for a specific like news item or something and you don't have like the exact search term, they're just gonna give you like one of the big four like immediately. You're not gonna find like
because they pay for that shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
DuckDuckGo is like, please give us money through clicks, and so it's a good place to go for that. That's all I got. Sorry.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, I was gonna say ChatGPT though. I think if Google and these guys don't figure out how to get their AI working better than ChatGPT, ChatGPT might become the predominant like search tool for everyone. Because I pretty much ask that thing everything now, and it remembers everything about you. I was asking it a question about like, I don't remember what it was, and it was like, well, just keep in mind, you are a mailman, so ba 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 ba. Like I was asking it about working out. Like, keep in mind that you're walking 10 miles a day. Like, how do you know that? It's like, oh, you told me you were a mailman like a year or two ago. Do you want me to forget that? I was like, nah, you can keep hold of that. Still weird.
What else do you know, bastard?
What have you been listening to me say? Did you know Barcelona Soccer Club is older than the country of Australia?
Sounds about right.
Well, about how old is the Barcelona football club there, Alan?
Let's find out.
Oh,
I don't know.
1899. I got it right here. 1899
Yeah.
versus
There you go.
1901.
Yeah.
But it's Australia finally branched off and became a country out of the rule of. They became a country and not a province of England, correct? They were still under English rule.
Well, it was
but
a
they
colony.
Became a country.
It was technically a colony because it was a prison colony. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Independence from the United Kingdom, 1901.
Gosh, it's no wonder those people are the way they are, like the don't give a fuck attitude. Like they were basically like political prisoners just put on like Death Island where everything kills you, and they fucking came out fucking hardened.
Yeah.
They were pretty good. They did a really good description of them in The Crown, that Netflix series that kind of chronicles the life of Queen Elizabeth. And there got to a point where the prime ministers are talking to one another, and Australia had branched off by that point, but they were like, "Fuck you, we're advancing, we're progressing, we're moving on. You can kiss our fucking asses." And they're like, the English were just, "I can't believe how pompous those people were. God damn."
Appalled. Sorry. Did you know? RuPaul. That's what a drag. Did you know? When movie website IMDb first moved to the World Wide Web, it was one of less than 150 other websites. They joined in 1993.
Damn, 150 websites.
Yeah, like you could literally surf the web back in 93. Like now, that thing's just a loop. I bet by the time you visited 1,000 websites now, there would be another new website that you would eventually have to visit.
Probably more than one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't remember, like, I would say, like, how many billions of hours of porn lie on the internet?
I mean, just in existence or like that get uploaded every couple minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, 150
About
websites.
252,000 new websites are created every day.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. And
I wonder if they consider, like, okay, we created a page on YouTube. Is that a new page?
ooh, it's a good question. Because like, so you're
I mean,
saying like
yeah,
you,
technically, because you can type in YouTube / whatever.
Yeah. It's
that's
just, like,
us.
I'm trying to maybe, like, get to the bottom of, like, what's the definition? Is it brand spanking new?
I would call it-
Just
I would call it-
a
I would call ours like a sub page. Like I feel like YouTube is
Right.
the website, and then we're like a sub page of that gigantic fucking server.
So a unique URL,
Yeah.
like they'll never make it is unique. Our webpage, by the way, folks, you haven't visited that.
It's not even live though. That's the problem. So you don't even try to visit. It'll just say creator still waiting to make content for this thing 4 or 5 years later.
Gotcha. Okay.
See, I think that's where the kick. So the dictionary definition of a website is a set of related web pages located under a single domain name, typically produced by a single person or organization. So like every single YouTube channel is technically a different website.
Wow.
150 of them.
That's what I mean, because it
IMDb.
gets its own. It has its own fucking web address. It has its own URL.
Yeah, I know, but I guess it's still under the banner of like the Google / YouTube server site. I don't know. I mean, I guess, but I mean,
which is apparently the definition of a website.
Okay,
Which
all
I
right,
didn't know
okay.
until
I'm not-
today.
So I was saying, like,
Oh no,
think about-
I
okay.
didn't know it until today. I just like because I was curious, and then it basically it's like exactly what you were saying. Like, yeah, it is under one single domain.
Right, but think
Like,
about
it's under the YouTube domain name. Every page underneath that is a website.
Gotcha.
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, you got like ESPN. Someone writes an article. You can go back and, for the most part, I don't think they vet, because there is a particular article that I go back and read once a year. I'll tell you about it if you're curious. But every article is unique, and you can go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd still say that's under the web page, like the ESPN.
ESPN. Yeah, I know.
What's the article?
Bill Simmons wrote a really good kind of self-reflected / rest in peace thing to when Randy Savage died. It's really funny.
That's that. All right, that's solid enough. That's good. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking like, oh, when Dumb and Young hit that double off the top of the fence, we gotta see that. Like, I'll watch that video like a couple times a year. But yeah, that's the greatest. So a Randy Savage obituary. I fucking salute it with 2 oh years. Oh yeah. Did you know Karate Kid actor Ralph Macchio is now older than the actor who played his mentor, Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita?
Damn.
It's,
Jesus.
It's
kinda
wild
wild.
though, because like, I mean, Mr. Miyagi looked like an old fucking man, and Ralph Macchio just looks like a guy who might be your urologist. You know, like
You're right. Mr. Miyagi did he kind of had that wise old man thing going on him. So you're saying he was in his 50s during Karate Kid?
well,
Got a lot of
Macchio's in his 60s, dude.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah, he was 52.
who? Mr. Miyagi?
Mr. Miyagi was 52 in that first Karate Kid.
Jesus. Man.
Just to let everybody know, okay, I'm going to be 46 this year. So that means that Mr. Miyagi was only 6 years older than this.
Yeah, but I think if you go back and look at I think we attribute like an age to him that we probably like doesn't, because like I'm looking at a picture of him from Karate Kid, and like he doesn't look that old. I think in our mind's eye are like, oh, he was this old like karate master, and he was Asian, so we automatically add like 10 more years.
So as
and
a
fucking,
kid,
like, you know what I mean? So we're like, oh, he was just this grumpy old fucking.
I don't know if that's true. I do feel like people in their 50s when we were kids looked like much older than people who are in their 50s now. And I mean, and
That's true.
and like he's like, oh, Daniel-san. Even if you're Asian, I don't think you sit around like grunting words. I mean, it was a character, I'm aware, and I know he's an actor. I just think the funny thing is like that was not movie makeup. That was just Pat Morita showing up to set. And like, by the way, Pat Morita, Hawaiian, did not speak Japanese, and
Right.
did not have an accent. Pat Morita sounded like me talking right now.
Yeah.
And so, by the way, if you really wanted to break it down, I mean, Pat Morita was like culturally appropriating the shit out of that character. Like, think about this: like Shane Gillis got fucking canceled from SNL before he even got to do a show because he made that same fucking mouth noise with his face, and Pat Morita gets away with it.
All right, Murr, I got a challenge for you.
Okay.
Let's just say hypothetically, when they were casting for Karate Kid, George Takei won. Give me George Takei as Mr. Miyagi.
Oh my,
Daniel-san.
Daniel-san, you need to make sure you wax on and you wax off. Now pick out a car, you little scallywag.
That's a great film in and of itself, I think, honestly.
George Takei is has fucking
Yeah. I think that's, do you imagine him like fucking standing up to the fucking Cobra Kai gym leader? Fucking
Yeah.
Jesus. That'd be gold.
Oh man, we should get you know what we should do? We should go to IMDb and we should get the script and we'll just reenact the whole goddamn thing.
I can be down with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, kind of, and then, but we'll do it. And then, well, I keep wanting to weasel in a Mystery Science Theater 3000. I don't know how that'll work, but
I've always wanted to do one. Always.
And finally, did you know bubblegum is older than the kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
people have been
I
gnawing
think,
on these things for thousands of years.
yeah.
Well, I mean, but bubblegum, you're talking about just like chewing gum. Like bubblegum's like you're talking about like your hubba bubbas of the world, you know what I mean? Your bubblicious. You're talking about that shit that fucking baseball players been munching on for 100 years.
So bubblegum
That.
invented in 1928. How old did you say it was?
It just says it's older than
Saudi Arabia.
Than Saudi Arabia. Like I thought Saudi Arabia was like ancient.
Not that old. Not that old. I don't
Yeah.
think. Like not as
I feel
a
like
former
Aladdin
country.
was chewing some in
don't
Aladdin.
think.
By the way,
Look at me.
I did
I have gum on my pants and my mouth.
I ended up buying that fucking underbrush gum that's been fucking advertised a billion times on TikTok. You know, it remineralizes your teeth. You know what I'm talking about? Really?
Nah.
You guys have not seen like the 50,000 commercials they pumped out? I'll tell you what, some good fucking advertising because it's some terrible fucking gum. It's the flavor. And I'm not kidding when I say this. The flavor literally lasts about 15 to 30 seconds if you're lucky. But I will say, the gum itself does stay like chewable for like ever. 3 hours is the longest I've had a piece in my mouth.
So what? It reintroduces enamel.
Yeah. It's made with all fucking natural tree saps and barks and all sorts of shit, and it literally remineralizes. It's got minerals in it, and they're small enough to get into the pores of your teeth and remineralize it.
Sheesh. What's it called?
Underbrush.
Sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
It probably is, and it's really expensive, and it's really not worth the amount of money.
Then it's absolutely bullshit.
Oh yeah.
but
Well, I mean,
either
look,
way.
man. I mean, you gotta think about it. The country of Sri Lanka only mines about 400 pounds of this specific tree sap they need to make the shit. So you know,
duh.
supply and demand, man. Think about it.
It's fair.
That's how it goes.
So yeah, Saudi Arabia was founded in 1932.
Wow. I did not realize.
Bubblegum.
Oh, okay.
Look, I know we are, numero uno superpower in the world, but Saudi, they got a decent sized swinging dick in the world, and to be around just since 1930s is, I mean, we're gonna celebrate 250 here soon.
Well, I guess if you're you gotta keep in mind, the area there has been there for a long time, obviously, and there have been different like emirates, is what they were called, but like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as we know it today was 1932.
Sure, and I get that, but I mean, again, you
Yeah.
could say that you could argue that this chunk of land was here a lot longer than.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
for them,
it's not even an argument; it's facts. It was here,
but
yeah.
but for them to become such a global power, and I mean, as much as I want to say America's #1 superpower, we can't do shit worldwide without some fucking like wink wink from the Saudis. So I'm just saying, in less than 100 years, they've really established themselves as some key players.
When you have a natural resource, that's usually how it goes.
Yes, well, but you can have a natural resource, but if you mismanage it don't mean shit.
It's you can have a natural resource. It depends on whether or not we take it or you trade it to us.
Which is why I tip my cap to them.
Yeah.
They're less than 100 years on planet Earth.
We've taken it from everywhere else around them, just not them.
Again, that's why I say,
Yeah.
I'm not commenting on the Saudi regime one way or the other, but I say, well played in your game of 4D political chess, sirs.
They own my soccer team, so
Yeah, I'll give you a George Takei.
chop them up.
Oh,
chop them up and pump out that oil, baby.
Chop them up and pump
There you go,
out
Wes.
that oil.
There's your next biopic, George Takei playing Randy Macho Man Savage.
It's Hulkster.
The
Tonight,
cream always
on Before
rises to the top.
Tonight on Before You Go, in the great state of Pennsylvania, the Keystone State, the theft of approximately 100,000 eggs from the back of a distribution trailer in central PA is under investigation, authorities say, as the grocery staple has become scarce in some areas due to avian flu outbreak and prices reached near record highs. This, to me, oozes fucking Sopranos, Tony Soprano, Phil Leotardo. The gangsters were like, we're getting some eggs. We're getting eggs. We got a hot tip on an egg carrier, a full tractor trailer of fresh eggs. They can be room temp for about, I don't know, an hour and a half before they got to get back in there. We're going to sell them to all the delis and everything that's under our regime. Give me your thoughts, but I think this is some gangster shit. This isn't just fucking lowbrow thieves just trying to make a score. I think this is underbelly of America.
I don't disagree. I mean, the mafia has always been good at like finding like the most profitable product, no matter what it is. And but
Eggs aren't stamped. Eggs don't have paper trail. You know what I mean? There's not a serial number on an egg.
by the way, just to let you know, 200 million fucking chickens like euthanized worldwide because of the avian flu. So you got that going on. You've got you got inflation going on and all that. But here's the thing. That's got to be an inside job. That's got to be like
That's a lot of eggs.
greasing some Amish palms, if you know what I'm saying. Like we're shipping a shipment to the like they're telling them their fucking Landhope Farms just put it in order. We got how many eggs was it?
So it was 100,000 eggs estimated at $40,000 worth, and then it was from egg producers Pete and Jerry's Organics in Greencastle.
No, that's worth more than that. Organic eggs were already like $20 a fucking carton even before this shit fucking went up. So I just want to know, like, okay, because these are eggs. They are a fragile product. You can't just like start hucking them from like the back of the truck to the fucking.
After the bust is made, it's like, hey, boys, handle it with care. Come on, handle it with care.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I do say this is an inside job. There is such a thing as the Amish Mafia. I think the History Channel did a fucking shitty documentary series on them. Totally legit, by the way. And look, man, you got some bad eggs everywhere, right? But 100,000 eggs, that's a few egg crates, buddy.
Yeah, it's not a bad business decision, I don't think. As long as you don't get caught.
But you got to get rid of them pretty quick.
I think you could do that. I don't know.
But it's all
maybe.
profit anyway, So So a few hundred, go bad, or if you give you
That's
sell
true,
them
that's
bad.
true.
What do you care? You're not the FDA.
Also true.
Or you just boil them all, fucking hard-boiled eggs. Just get yourself some fucking little gherkin grabbers. Have people go bobbing for eggs.
You get that guy in Jersey just to fucking slam his face into a
I
pickle
do
jar of
ha-
eggs.
Wait, I do have a question. You know the fucking purple eggs, the pickled eggs?
Sure.
How many jugs of those do you think, Mr. Purple Pickle Egg guy fucking makes a year? Because I feel like every vat of purple eggs in a bar has been there since opening day.
Yeah, since the dawn of time. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't know.
I don't know if it's one manufacturer. I'm sure there's other people, but I mean, I have this good
Why?
story where me and Yanko were at a bar. This place was called Razors with a Z, and they had a jar next to us of spicy jalapeno jalapeno floating hard boiled eggs just floating in this massive, I don't know, like 2-gallon jar. And we're like, who the fuck would ever eat one of those? And then 20 minutes later, Dewey comes in. He's like, hey guys, I'll take 2 of those. Give me, bartender, let me get 2 of these.
God.
Brother Dewey
Yeah,
love.
This is
Sounds about right.
your brother is one of the people that I throw into that category. Like when they find like a body in like a bog in England that's been preserved and it's made of fucking leather now, and they can cut it open and see what was in its stomach. It's like, ooh, let's see what the people of this area ate during their life. And it's like, they had a steady diet of pickled eggs and mustard.
Wow.
Nasty.
Must have been the only thing that was plague proof.
Yeah. It's, man, they must have, and so like it just taints the entire fucking like species. It taints an entire like era of humanity if Dewey's the one who fucking survives the great apocalypse.
And you better not be saying taint as an inside joke to me, all right, man? Just knock it off. All right, Alan, tell all the egg thieves where you can find the middle class holes.
It's most likely at www.cleantaint.com. It's for all your fucking taint grooming needs. There's different razors, electric and non, fucking lotions, creams, lots of balms afterwards just for cleaning that taint. Get that taint clean, boys. Anyway, if you really want to find us, you can find us on all your favorite social medias at MDL Classholes, Instagram and Twitter. It's still Twitter to me. Fucking the Middle Classholes, fucking Facebook. Is it still Facebook? Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, fucking whatever. All that good stuff. Keith, email us.
right.
You know the email. I'm not saying it.
Yeah. Tonight on Before You, or not just tonight before you go, we already did Before You Go. Tonight on This Week in Class Holes History, this comes circa 2021. There was a woman who ran out of hairspray to put her hairpiece on her hair. So she used Gorilla Glue spray, ripped part of her scalp out. She filed a lawsuit against the Gorilla Glue company, claiming that they didn't actually specifically tell her that she couldn't do that. And hilarity ensues amongst the middle class holes. Enjoy this bit from 4 years ago. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll see you next week.
I'm actually asking for a stupid woman who decided to use Gorilla Glue to put her hair in a fine place. Gorilla Glue says that, oh, shoot, this is the TMZ story where now TMZ, oh, God damn it. Here's the brass tacks of this. So some lady ran out of hairspray, and she had some Gorilla Glue lying around. She decided, well, this stuff should actually put my hair and lock it in place, so I'll just use it as well. And now she's going to try to sue Gorilla Glue because the adhesive was too powerful and permanently put her hair in a position. There's several follow-ups to this story. She actually had to go into surgery where surgeons had to apply all sorts of solvents and use all sorts of gadgets to individually separate each hair strand. This is after it took her 5 days to be able to cut through the actual ponytail. Gorilla Glue says, quote, "We are very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident this Miss Brown experienced using our spray adhesive on her hair. We were glad to see in a recent video that Miss Brown has received medical treatment from her local medical facility and wish her the best." Now, does she have any grounds to sue Gorilla Glue for this unfortunate incident with her hair?
Well, it's funny. So the argument I saw them trying to make, it might have been that same article, was that the warning label says don't use in your eyes, something else, or your skin. It doesn't say hair, right? That's the argument they were trying to make. But she obviously used it on her scalp, which is your skin, and I just think that's a ridiculous out. I mean, but otherwise, I mean, I think that it's obvious that it's not something that was meant to be used on your hair. If you look at the product description, the warning label, I think, is pretty clear. Like I said, the only thing that they're trying to argue is that it didn't say hair, but it did say don't use on your skin.
Now, here's a question. Is that not... I don't know if this is just fable or maybe I've heard it, but is that not the whole McDonald's or Burger King hot coffee fucking defense?
Well, that's why there's a warning now on the coffee.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, isn't there precedent then that, well, you didn't put hair on it and I'm an idiot? So,
but that lady won the coffee lawsuit though, because they determined that, yeah.
Well, all right. So you're saying, I guess it does come down to whether or not that warning's sufficient. I mean, you have to have that warning on there, right? But I would argue that it wasn't necessarily the putting it on her hair, which was the problem. If you put it on your hair, I meant like just a strand of hair, that's going to probably just glue the hair together. And that sucks. You probably got to cut that little piece of hair off. But it's the putting it on her scalp, which is skin. That's what caused the issues.
Gotcha.
And there is a warning about not putting it on your
the
skin.
extent to which she used it.
So
She probably could have got away with it with like a little rub into the hands, run it through, good to go. But she was like,
this is
all over her fucking head.
This is like LA Looks, like 600. If you really want to get down to it.
Okay, here's a follow-up question that I just thought of. So if this moves on to trial, and let's just say in some fictional world this lady actually wins, could Gorilla Glue then go and sue the company they hired to create the warning label? Because I'm sure they have to pass this through some sort of FDA approval. Can humans be even in proximity to this substance? And there's probably got to be a scientist that says, okay, well, these are all the rules and regulations for utilizing this product. Could they then go and sue whomever helped them create the warning label for not including hair and scalp?
Before Adam, I would like to interject and object because I know all the terms. I think even if it were to get that far, there's no chance that this would go to trial. That Gorilla Glue would just pay her out. But
like, here's 50 grand.
Maybe I'm wrong. Adam,
I don't know. I think that I think Gorilla Glue doesn't mind the free press from all of this, probably.
Our product works. Our product is really good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you glue something and then it breaks. I'm like, oh man, this stupid Elmer's. I got to get something that really holds. And then you see a story like this, right? I mean, that stuff's gonna work.
How about they make her part of a new ad campaign?
That's true. Well, anyway, that's actually not a bad idea.
Ron Popeil said it and forget it.
Yes, would buy.
But what was the original question? Oh, well, yeah, I think Wes, you're right. I don't think it would ever go to trial. I mean, I think a judge would probably throw it out before trial. If from Gorilla Glue's standpoint, the problem with settling a case like this is that it establishes a bad precedent. Then every idiot who does something is going to sue Gorilla Glue. I actually, in looking at this story, I found one from, I think, just yesterday where this guy just Gorilla Glued his lips together because he didn't believe that this woman actually glued her hair to her head. He thought it was all bogus, and then he actually had to go to the hospital and have his skin peeled off his lips.
Aspiring rapper Len Martin decided he would do the Gorilla Glue Challenge, not believing the story of the lady with the hair. Actually glued a cup to his face and had to have part of his top lip removed and can have no moisture in contact with his lip after a skin graft for up to 3 weeks.
He ain't rapping no more. Actually, I saw one it's a related one where a guy sealed his butthole shut with Gorilla Glue. Did you see that?
That's
No, I didn't see it.
I just made that up. That didn't happen.
But it will now. Thank you.